was a weekday night. Around 10 p.m., Lily stood by her bedroom window, looking outside and waiting for her mom to come home. She lived with her parents and her younger brother Jake, who was in middle school. Their house was a 2-story home with a small porch in the front and a car parked under the carport. After a while, she saw her mom's car slowly pull into the driveway. The headlights briefly passed over the porch before turning off. Lily let out a quiet breath and stepped away from the window. She had school the next day. Her room and Jake's room were upstairs, while her parents stayed downstairs. The next morning, around 7 a.m., Lily woke up. The house was quiet. She got ready and stepped outside, walking past the porch toward the street where the school bus usually stopped. As she walked, she casually glanced back at the house through her side view and stopped. Her mom was standing at the window, watching her. Then slowly she raised her hand and waved. Lily frowned slightly. Her mom never did that. For a moment, she hesitated, but the school bus arrived. The doors opened, and she got on. The day went by normally. In the afternoon, Lily texted her mom that she was going out with friends in the evening and would eat outside, so there was no need to make dinner for her. There was no reply. She tried calling once, then again, but no one picked up. She assumed her mom was busy with work and didn't think much of it. Later that night, after spending time with her friends, Lily walked back home. As she approached the house, she noticed something strange. The upstairs lights were off, and only the living room light was on. The porch light flickered once. She stepped closer. The front door was slightly open. Her heartbeat slowed for a second before rising again. She called softly.
"Mom?"
There was no response. She pushed the door open and stepped inside. A cold feeling spread through her body the moment she entered. The living room was a mess. Cushions were scattered across the floor, and a chair was knocked over. Something was wrong. The house felt empty, but it didn't feel silent. From the kitchen, she could hear water running. She walked slowly toward it. The sink was on full, water spilling slightly over the edge. She reached forward and turned it off. The sound stopped. In that silence, she heard the front door close behind her. She turned around. Her mom was standing near the entrance. She had just shut the door. "Mom, what happened here? Where's Jake? Where's Dad?" There was no answer. Lily immediately felt something was off. Her mom stood slightly hunched, wearing a pale gown, her hair loose, and one hand hidden behind her back. Her head was tilted downward. Then slowly, she lifted her head and looked at Lily. Her face looked pale. Her eyes were too dark. Then she smiled. The smile appeared slowly, and it didn't reach her eyes. Lily's body went cold. She tried to step back, but her legs wouldn't move. Her mom's eyes shifted toward the stairs, then back to Lily. Again, like she was pointing at something. Then suddenly her mom rushed forward at an unnatural speed and struck Lily on the head with something she had been holding behind her back. Everything went black. Lily slowly began to regain consciousness. Her head felt heavy, and a dull pain spread through it as she opened her eyes. Her vision was blurred at first, but she could hear something before she could see clearly. A low voice, muttering, repeating something again and again. It sounded like chanting. As her vision cleared, she realized she was lying on the floor near the wall inside her own room. Her hands were tightly tied. The room was dimly lit with a faint red glow. As she focused, she noticed strange symbols drawn across the walls. Her breathing became shallow. Then she saw it. In the middle of the room, sitting with its back toward her, was her mother, or something that looked exactly like her. It was sitting on the floor, both hands raised slightly, whispering in a language Lily could not understand. Each word sounded unnatural, like it didn't belong to any language she had ever heard. A chill ran through her body. For a moment, she felt certain that she was not going to survive this. She began struggling against the rope, trying to free herself. The rope was tied too tightly. No matter how much force she used, it didn't loosen. As she shifted slightly, her eyes moved toward the side, and she saw a hand, a familiar hand, Jake's. He was lying on a table beside her. Seeing him gave her a sudden burst of urgency. She forced herself to keep trying. After what felt like a long struggle, the rope finally began to loosen slightly. She pulled harder and managed to free one hand. Quickly, she untied the rest. She pushed herself up and moved toward Jake.
Jake,
She whispered. He didn't respond at first. She shook him lightly. After a moment, his eyes opened. He looked disoriented. Jake, listen to me, she said quietly. We need to get out of here. Don't make a sound. Jake nodded weakly. Lily helped him sit up and steadied him as he struggled to stand. They both moved slowly toward the door, carefully, trying not to make any noise. Just as Lily stepped out into the hallway, the chanting stopped. The sudden silence felt heavier than the sound. Lily froze, then slowly turned her head. Her mother was standing there, looking directly at them. Her face was the same, pale, still, with that same unnatural smile. Jake saw her and let out a terrified scream. Run, Lily said immediately. They both started running. The hallway was dark, the lights flickered on and off. Their footsteps echoed loudly as they moved forward. Then another sound, heavy footsteps behind them, coming closer, faster. They kept running. After a few seconds, the footsteps stopped, abruptly. But Lily didn't slow down. Something felt wrong. The hallway seemed longer than it should have been. Jake's grip on her hand tightened. Lily, we've been here already, he said, his voice shaking. Lily didn't respond. She just kept moving forward. Finally, they reached the stairs. They rushed down as fast as they could and reached the main door. Lily grabbed the handle and pulled. It didn't open. She tried again. Nothing. Help me, she said. Jake pushed against the door with all his strength. Still nothing. Then, a voice came from behind them. Jake, where are you going? It was their mother's voice. They slowly turned. She was walking toward them, one step at a time, slightly hunched, one hand still hidden behind her back, the same smile on her face. Lily's heart pounded harder. "Open it," she said urgently. Jake pushed again. This time, the door gave way. It opened. They both tried to run out, but suddenly, something grabbed Jake. He screamed. Lily turned and saw her mother holding his arm. Her grip was tight. "Lily!" Jake cried out. Lily grabbed his other hand and pulled with all her strength. Her mother didn't move, not even slightly. Then suddenly, she shoved Lily backward. Lily lost her balance and fell outside. As she hit the ground, she saw Jake being pulled back inside. "Lily!" he screamed. The door slammed shut. The sound echoed in the silence. Lily scrambled to her feet and started pounding on the door. "Open the door! Jake, open it!" There was no response. Nothing. Just silence. She kept hitting the door until her hands hurt. Then she ran straight to the neighbor's house. She knocked frantically. The elderly couple opened the door, startled. Lily tried to explain everything, her voice shaking. They called the police immediately. When the police arrived, they searched the entire house, but they found nothing. No Jake, no father, no mother, only the strange symbols on the walls. It was as if they had all disappeared. 6 months passed. Lily now lived with her aunt. She had returned to school and was trying to move on. One morning, she stepped out and walked toward the bus stop. The school bus arrived. She got on. As the bus began to move, she glanced out of the window, back at the house, and then she saw her aunt, standing at the window, watching her. Then slowly, she raised her hand and waved. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more.